Okay, this video is about the situation that I had here. You may have it also. Let's say you turn on your computer, or you did some upgrades, or like putting new hard drives, or just an upgrade on your computer. And when you turn it on, you end up getting something like this, where I have 4 hard drives, and one can't be read. And the computer couldn't recognize it. And if you try to open it, you go through all this stuff to try to open it, and it will not open. And mind you, these are internal hard drives. So the best way to troubleshoot this is you open up your computer and find this hard drive that you have inside your computer that doesn't work. And what you need to do is get yourself one of these docking stations where you can plug your hard drive, your regular hard drive, or your SSD drive externally. And when you do that, you plug it into one of the USB ports on the outside of your computer. And this is what happened to mine when I did this, is that lo and behold, there is the hard drive that couldn't be read internally. So this tells me that the hard drive is working. So what is the problem? Well, the problem was the way I hooked things up. And here's a picture of it. Okay, so this was the setup that I had. I had a fan LED controller hooked up to one power cable, which was hooked up to 2 internal hard drives. Because of this setup, because of the voltage, the changing colors of the fans, it was changing the voltages, which caused one of the hard drives not to work properly. And that's coming from one cable. You got the voltage controller hooked up to one connector and 2 hard drives hooked up to the other connectors. So what I did was I disconnected this one here and had it installed. I had the whole thing changed, and I removed the voltage, the LED controller, and I had one hard drive hooked up to one connection, and 2 SSD drives hooked up to the same cable. And what happened was I was still getting this problem. Could not read my hard drive. So I thought to myself, well, maybe the hard drive was having a hard time getting enough power or juice to get it to work. So what I did was I decided to have one cable where 2 hard drives were connected, and another cable where 2 SSD drives hooked up. So after I did this, this is what happened. Now I can read my regular hard drive, and everything works fine. It was just that originally the LED controller was changing the voltages going into the hard drive that I couldn't see it like this. So in conclusion, make sure that your regular hard drives are hooked up to one power source cable, and your SSD drive hooked up to another separate cable. Or you can have one hard drive hooked up to one connector and your SSD drive hooked up to one of the connectors here. It doesn't really matter as long as that you get ample voltage to your hard drives. Thereby your Windows can read them, and that's a short troubleshooting. Thank you very much for watching.